know every one of you has some concerns with your body shape and health. Am I right?
Meet Lesley Maxwell, the superfit grandmother who regularly turns heads, often mistaken for her 20-year-old granddaughter.
What, do you think I was the mum?
No, I thought she was the mum and that was the daughter.
That's her mum.
Yeah.
Isn't it great?
Through my whole life I've liked fitness and health, but didn't really learn that much about it until I was like in my late 40s.
At 65, she's redefining age and fitness and says she's in better shape now than she was in her 30s.
Look after your body is the vehicle that takes you through life.
In this jaw-dropping video, Lesley spills the secrets of her ageless allure. Get ready to discover the workout routines and diet hacks that keep her looking hotter than ever. Lesley separated from her husband in her late 40s and turned to fitness when she started suffering from anxiety. Today, she works as a personal trainer and says she's never felt and looked so healthy and toned. She's even won bikini competitions in her 60s. She works out 5 times a week for 45 minutes per session and loves to show people they can change their lives well into their 50s and 60s, saying it doesn't matter how old you are when you start training. Whenever you don't find her working out at the gym with her granddaughter, you would meet her training her clients or simply breaking a sweat alone.
So I know the most effective exercises for trimming up and acquiring a lean, toned body, whatever age we are.
She does push-ups and chest presses for her triceps and finishes with triceps isolation exercises, such as triceps pushdowns and extensions. For her pectoral muscles and to strengthen her core, she does chest flies using dumbbells or using the cable machine. Even at her age, this grandma engages in reverse hack squats, and she says this exercise is great for building the legs and glutes in a safe manner. On a typical day at the gym, she would do 4 sets of 10 reps each of deadlifts, lat pull-downs, hack squats, chin-ups, DB pullovers, hanging knee raises, and in between these exercises, she does stretching exercises just to make sure her joints don't get sore. Another one of her favorite workouts is hanging off a chin-up bar, which is great for spinal decompression. For better shoulders, her go-to exercises include the DB shoulder press, the military press, shoulder flies, bent-over rows, forward raises, and face pulls. There is another exercise that Lesley enjoys, and that is crawling. According to her, crawling is actually a very beneficial exercise. She says it helps her with core stability, strengthening the hips, and strengthening the lower back. She also goes for beach walks twice every week, quick dips for cold water therapy, and she is a lover of roller skating. She trains her legs 3 or 4 times weekly. One will be more glute-oriented, with exercises like hip thrusts, weighted side kicks, and straddle squats. Another day, she would work more on her hamstrings and include lunges and leg presses for a staple workout.
And I actually love helping other people as well to get in the best shape of their life.
Becoming a professional trainer was just the start of Lesley's new chapter. She had to prove to herself the benefits and changes in her body and find what works best to pass it on to others. Speaking about discovering what works best for her body, the gym-going grand from Melbourne, Australia said, "I discovered I was able to create a younger, stronger body, incorporating weight training and eating the right foods. And that's exactly what I've done."
So having a healthy, strong body gives us confidence that our body isn't going to fall apart and that we can take charge of our own health, as well as looking good.
When asked about how she manages to keep a six-pack all year, Lesley said it all comes to the kitchen. She eats lovely and clean, and her favorite ab exercises are hanging knee raises, which she does at the gym while waiting for her clients for the day to arrive. She also does the ab bicycle, which not only trims her abs, but also slims her waist. Ab bicycle crunches require more leg movement than standard crunches for improving stability, flexibility, and coordination. She advises that people start with toe taps, then graduate to heel taps, and before doing the full ab bicycles. Lesley loves to keep herself close to nature, and she says that one of the ways she does this is by walking outdoors instead of using a treadmill. She loves the fresh air, and according to her, walking outdoors makes our body work harder as we have to push our own body to move forward, unlike a motorized treadmill that will keep us going with less effort. And this means fewer calories are burnt, and the body is distressed. On how she stays away from workout injuries, especially as a 65-year-old, she says, being consistent with training, using the perfect technique, being realistic with what you're expecting your body to lift is the answer to being injury-free. She understands her body more than ever and doesn't try to overstretch it. So, she always starts with the lightest of weights and then progressively increases it until she becomes fatigued. For recovery from burnout, Lesley regularly engages in power naps, and she confesses that a half-hour snooze during the day makes her so refreshed to start the second half of her day. Unlike most fitness trainers, Lesley doesn't like intermittent fasting or high-intensity interval training. This is because she believes that for long-term weight loss and health benefits, we need to train effectively as in weight training. Plus, be aware of our macros rather than just calorie-based only. Regarding her diet, Lesley has specific foods which she stays away from. On this, she revealed, nourishing foods are essential. I avoid wheat, sugar, and preservatives, and make sure I consume enough protein and good fats. Regarding supplements, she uses whey protein isolate and prefers to get her energy from fats rather than pre-workout supplements. Lesley reveals that another secret to her good health is never allowing her blood sugar levels to drop, and she keeps them steady with fats and protein.
The amount of fat you store on the outside, which increases risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, and much more.
Her meals are approximately every 3 hours, including a protein choice, fats, and fresh greens, and she religiously follows her one carb at a time philosophy, which means she can only eat one carb choice with each meal. At times, Lesley prefers to replace her energy foods with saturated fats, and she says it is because it gives her steady energy release and strength and keeps her more satiated too. Her diet routine changes when she prepares for a bikini competition. She said, "For my recent competitions last year, I cut my portions while still eating about 6 meals daily, and I added in 1-hour cardio sessions daily where I would power walk, plus add some bursts of interval training." Another one of Lesley's dieting principles is always to eat before she heads out for social occasions, as she only goes to restaurants that serve clean foods. She eats oats and shakes made from hemp seeds, raw egg yolk, and goat's yogurt for breakfast. Her favorite meal of the day is the mid-morning meal, which includes 3 whole poached organic eggs, sprouted grain bread, sauerkraut, fresh green salad, Bragg apple cider vinegar, plus an organic coffee which she flavors with ghee and turmeric for a yummy taste. Lesley won her first fitness competition at the age of 49, which led her to be featured in magazines, and eventually she took it upon herself to use her newfound fame to inspire women and older people to get into fitness and eat better.
I've helped thousands of women and been delighted to see them change as they lose weight, fix their back, tone your arms, get the small waist back.
She currently has over 139,000 followers on Instagram, and she even confesses that, due to how young she looks, most of the men she has dated since ending her marriage have all been younger than her. Lesley wants to change the narrative about women being judged more for their age and how they look, and this is what is driving her to inspire as many women as possible into fitness so they can have the confidence to enjoy life instead of thinking life is over after they turn 50.
Can we reverse the aging process? I'm telling you that we can.
For the next 5 years, this granny plans to maintain her healthy lifestyle and build her online training business called BYSB, which means Bring Your Sexy Back. As for her personal goals, she wants to keep pushing her body harder by doing challenging exercises. Lesley's advice to everyone over 50 is never to sit longer than an hour. Like, even if you can get up and just have a little walk, or walk to the sink or do something. Don't just sit there for any longer than an hour. The whole body just shuts down. I'm sure you've heard of sitting disease. So just get up and move.